Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has revealed that Ukrainian intelligence has identified 155 Chinese nationals fighting for Russia against Ukraine, though he believes that the actual number could be much higher. Speaking to reporters in Kyiv, President Zelensky said Russian forces have been recruiting Chinese citizens through social media and that Chinese officials are aware of all this effort. He also mentioned Ukraine is investigating whether these recruits are receiving any guidance from Beijing.
President Zelensky's comments come after Ukraine captured 2 Chinese nationals fighting alongside Russian forces in the Donetsk region. This marks the first time Ukraine has reported such claims. He also said it would be open to exchanging the 2 prisoners for Ukrainian soldiers held by Russia. In response, Chinese officials have denied the allegations. Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian called the claims absolutely groundless, emphasizing that the Chinese government has urged its citizens to avoid involvement in armed conflicts. He added that China is verifying the information with Ukrainian authorities. This comes as tensions rise over the role of external powers in the ongoing conflict. While China has presented itself as a neutral party offering diplomatic support to Russia, it has refrained from sending direct military assistance to either side. Meanwhile, the United States and European nations have provided significant support to Ukraine, further intensifying the global stakes in this war. The diplomatic front remains tense as Kremlin accuses Ukraine of violating a ceasefire agreement, claiming that Ukraine has continued attacks on Russian energy infrastructure. Ukraine, however, maintains that it is protecting its sovereignty. On the international stage, Ukrainian President Zelensky confirmed that discussions with the United States on the Minerals for Security deal will take place next week. The deal could further strengthen Ukraine's position as the country seeks to solidify its future defense and energy security. Russian drone strikes have targeted Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, and the southern city of Mykolaiv, injuring at least 12 persons. Ukrainian officials said Russia launched 145 drones overnight, with the Ukrainian Air Force successfully shooting down 85. Another 49 drones were likely neutralized by electronic warfare measures, though the fate of the remaining 11 remains unclear. Further attacks hit Kramatorsk, Dnipro, and Kharkiv, injuring 22 persons, 7 of whom remain hospitalized. The strikes also caused a fire and damaged homes and cars. Meanwhile, Moscow reported the destruction of 158 Ukrainian drones in its own overnight operations, claiming hits over southern Russian regions. No injuries were reported, but nearly 50 buildings were evacuated due to threats of drones.